Atreus, the current incarnation of Pantheon, hails from the harsh terrain of Mount Targon, where he trained as a warrior of the Rakor tribe. Despite his lack of natural prowess, Atreus's relentless spirit allowed him to endure countless defeats, earning him respect among his peers. When his tribe faced a devastating barbarian invasion, he and his friend Pylus sought the help of the aspect of the sun. However, their plea was denied, prompting them to ascend Mount Targon in search of power. The climb proved perilous. Pylus succumbed to the cold, but Atreus persevered, reaching the summit. There, the aspect of war judged him unworthy and instead took control of his body. This transformation granted Atreus immense power, but at the cost of his autonomy. After a fierce battle with Atrox, the aspect was slain, leaving Atreus alive but forever changed. Now, Atreus channels the power of Pantheon, wielding the celestial spear and shield, embodying both human resilience and divine might. He fights to protect humanity from threats, embracing his dual existence as a warrior and a vessel of celestial power. Kindred embodies the twin aspects of death, Lamb and Wolf. Lamb offers a peaceful end with her silver bow, while Wolf delivers a brutal fate to those who flee death. Together, they are the inescapable truth of mortality. Across Rune Terra, cultures interpret them differently, but all know this. When death comes, you must face either the arrow or the fang. Kindred is both shepherd and hunter, serenity and savagery. At the edge of life, in the final heartbeat, they arrive. Accept your end, and Lamb grants a swift release. Refuse, and Wolf begins his joyous hunt, ending in violent embrace. Their presence stretches back to ancient times, etched in forgotten graves as twin masks, eternal and unchanging. In Demacia, the brave welcome Lamb's arrow. In Noxus, Wolf's chase is honored with bloodshed. Freljordians kiss the wolf before battle. In Bilgewater, survivors of the harrowing pay tribute to the deaths Kindred delivers. To escape Kindred is to exist in a cursed limbo. Undeath defies their purpose, but even in the twisted halls of the Shadow Isles, Lamb and Wolf wait patiently, for no matter how far one runs or how long one hides, death always finds its mark. Kindred always comes. Deep within the untamed jungles between Ishtal and Shurima, a human infant's cries drew the attention of the Pakar, fierce predatory cats of the wild. One mother took in the strange cub, raising Nidalee as her own. Growing up among the pack, Nidalee learned to hunt, stalk, and survive as a creature of the jungle. Yet as she matured, strange transformations overtook her, her paws turning to human hands, her senses blurring between feline and human. She was haunted by visions and voices from beyond the jungle, whispering secrets of her forgotten heritage. When Kelash hunters entered the jungle and wounded her Pakar mother, Nidalee's grief awakened her latent power. Mid-battle, she shifted into a humanoid form, wielding both instinct and intellect to repel the intruders. Recognizing the Vastayan words of the retreating hunters, Nidalee began to question who or what she truly was. Taking her place as leader of the pack, Nidalee vowed to protect the jungle from outsiders. Over time, she mastered her shape-shifting abilities and learned to blend the wild with human ingenuity. A brief kinship with Nico gave her hope of finding others like her, but still, she wonders where she truly belongs and what secrets her origins may yet hold. After the devastation of the Great Darkin War, survivors turned to the stars for guidance. Among them was Veigar, a curious yordle who joined a group of celestial mages in the Noxia Eye territories. Fascinated by star magic, he taught and learned alongside them until the warlord Mordekaiser rose to power. Conquering all in his path, Mordekaiser captured Veigar, recognizing his magical potential. Dragged to a fortress of horrors, Veigar was bound to the mortal realm and forced to perform dark enchantments, his spirit eroded by isolation and torment. Over time, Veigar's appearance and mind twisted beyond recognition. The reasons he came to Valoran and even his past faded into shadow. When Mordekaiser was finally overthrown, Veigar escaped, but rather than reclaim his old self, he embraced villainy. Donning dark armor and wielding cosmic power, he set out to inspire fear and claim respect through terror. Yet Veigar's attempts at evil often miss the mark. While feared by some, his destructive acts occasionally result in accidental heroism. Despite this, he remains committed to his goal, to be the most wicked villain the world has ever seen. Armed with his dark magic, Veigar continues his quest for infamy, no matter how small he may be. Alistar, a noble warrior of the Great Barrier Mountains, was once a respected leader among his clan. Known for his strength and fierce reputation, he advocated for alliances with other races, believing that unity could protect his people. However, his warnings were ignored when the Noxian Empire, seeking to expand its power, approached the clans with promises of glory. Alistar and 50 of his warriors were sent to parley with the Noxians, but they were betrayed. While the larger clans pledged allegiance to Noxus, Alistar stood firm against their deceitful offers. In a violent confrontation, he fought fiercely, crushing the skull of Lady Tiwain, the Noxian emissary. Despite his bravery, Alistar and his remaining warriors warriors were captured and enslaved, forced into the brutal life of gladiators. Throughout his captivity, Alistar's unbreakable spirit kept him from succumbing to despair. After years of fighting, he finally broke free, fueled by a desire for revenge against those who had wronged him and his clan. Now, Alistar fights not only for himself, but for the downtrodden and oppressed, using his might to protect the innocent and uphold justice in a world filled with tyranny.